This is Ethan, and today I'm going to show you exactly how you can build an SEO optimized website that's going to outrank your competition for free with AI tools in under 60 minutes. I built this for my own service business about 2 weeks ago, and it's already ranking for SEO, and it's already in top 10, top 5 positions, and I'm already getting free inbound leads for it. And this is going to be a super simple video, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do this for your business so you don't have to pay an agency $2,000, $3,000 for this exact service. I'm going to show you how to do it for free. Now, who is this video for? This is for service business owners that know they need to rank higher online, and they want to build a predictable free lead source that's going to generate them leads consistently. That's the best way to do it. Google SEO is still the best way. There's so much free game out there for how to rank your competitors with SEO, and AI makes it super simple. I'm going to show you exactly how to build this step by step with SEO built in so you can start outranking your competition and start actually pulling in free inbound leads super consistently and start getting more consistency in your business. Or if you're a freelancer and you want to build a portfolio site, or if you want to offer this services to other business, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that as well in this video. And if you just want a clean, modern website, this is a great video for you. It doesn't cost any money to host once it's set up. That's the beauty of this entire thing. You're going to really love this. Or if you just want to build fast and learn how to use these AI tools to literally build anything. You don't have to just build a website with this. You can build internal web apps for different processes, different data apps that help you actually see your systems in real time, but that's for another video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm gonna get right into this, no fluff. Here are the tools that you need to get it done. So the tools you need: Google AI Studio. So this is used to generate your entire website for free. It basically does all the design for you. It is free, so you can literally talk to it as many times as you want. They just came out with the new Gemini model, and this makes this building process so much easier. You could pretty much one-shot this with one prompt and get a perfect website mock-up instantly. And this is going to build the layouts, the pages, the sections, everything you need in design. That way we can send it into Claude Code and it can kind of just refine it for SEO and copy purposes. Then you're going to need GitHub. This is a free tool. This is to save your project and your code to transfer it into Claude. That way you can start making edits to your code base in there. You don't need to know all this technical jargon. This is just how I communicate, but super easy. We'll show you how to do that in this video. And then you're going to need Claude Code. If you do have a Claude subscription, it's $20, just like ChatGPT. If you are paying for ChatGPT, I recommend start paying for Claude. Claude is going to give you a lot more value over time. If you don't have Claude, I believe there's a generous free tier. You should be able to do everything you need with Claude Code without having to pay. This is going to basically allow you to change images, optimize our entire SEO process, and fix spacing, copy, and just optimize the entire site so it's ready to go live. And then we have Vercel. This is the hosting platform for hosting your website. This is free, so you're basically going to connect Claude Code to Vercel, and it's going to allow you to ship different versions of your website super easily with Claude Code. And it also lets you preview the site under a temporary domain, so that's super helpful. And this is where you're going to be able to see all your analytics. This is where you're going to be able to manage your entire website, and it allows you 50,000 plus monthly visitors a month on their free tier. It's so generous. You don't even have to pay a monthly hosting fee to run this. And then to build out some of the prompting and to get some visionary stuff and any images you may need, use ChatGPT, and we might also use the new VO model in Google AI Studio as well. So let's jump right into it. So we're going to do a demo company for this example. We're going to do a landscaping company called Greenline Outdoor Services. They offer lawn care, cleanups, mulch installation, and seasonal services. And the goal here is to get homeowners to request a quote by filling out a form. There's a lot of back-end work that goes into this. I'm just going to try to show you the website as a whole, but we can show you how to connect the form to whatever CRM you're using for this purpose of this example. So I'll give you a quick overview of what the step-by-step looks like. So we're going to build the entire design with Google AI Studio. Like I said, this is where you're going to spend most of your time. This is where most of the video is going to take place to really critique the design. And then we're going to save it to GitHub and import it to the code base that we want to, which is Claude or Cursor. You can use either or, depending on what you have credits for. They offer a lot of credit tiers, so should really be easy for you to find a way to make this for free on that side. And then you're going to sign up for Vercel, which is also free, and connect your repository from GitHub. You're also able to connect domains on this. I don't have a domain to connect, so I'll just show you an example one. And then you're going to log into Claude Code and follow SEO best practices and optimize copy. You're going to create your sitemap XML, do SEO optimization, import images with a tool called Post Images, and you're going to also add pages and optimize the code for deployment and optimal SEO ranking. And then I'm going to show you how to connect a Go high level form. That way you can actually collect these leads super easily and just embed it right into that site. And then we're going to preview with Vercel and deploy it once we are satisfied with the site. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start in Google AI Studio. You're going to want to go over to googleaistudio.com. Just search it up. It'll already have everything you need here. You're just going to want to go into the build section. You'll launch here. Go into the build section. This is where you're going to be able to build out the website. And you're just going to be able to pretty much yap into it and tell it exactly what you want. I'm going to just write a real quick prompt and show you kind of how I can do this. You don't have to be formal at all. A lot of people say, oh, you need to make really strict prompts for this. I pretty much just yap into it and tell it, hey, this is what I want. This is what the design needs to look like. And it'll basically do a really good job of generating it. You can also copy someone else's website. So let's say, for example, you want to look at, a competitor's website and you want to really copy the style that you like of their website, but kind of brand it for yourself. You can screenshot that, attach images here into this chat box, and it's going to be able to read those images and optimize the design for that specific use case. So let's get right into building this out for our demo company here. So what I'm going to do with Claude, super simple. This is what I use ChatGPT for. So if you can see here, I have my little chat widget coming up. So I'm just gonna say, Gemini, I want you to build me a website that is optimized and super modern and results driven. This is going to be for a company called Greenline Outdoor Services. We offer lawn care, cleanups, mulch installation, and other seasonal services in the northeast of Wisconsin. And our goal for this site is to have CTAs that are requesting a quote. So it's for homeowners to request a quote. That is the next step for this site. We want to make this site super friendly, super modern, and mobile optimized. That way it is primed for conversions. I want you to make sure that you make it a nice green color that is inviting, but also modern and esque. Like I'm screwing up right now, but I can literally say whatever. I want you to make it modern and super streamlined to just look like a dialed ass website. And then I want it to have green accents kind of going throughout. I want to have cool animations. That way everything looks streamlined, and I want it to be mobile optimized as well. So get into building this mockup for me. So it's going to generate a logo for me too. We can get into that later. If you already have a company logo, you can easily add this. I'll show you how to do it here later, but we'll get into AI Studio now. We'll paste this in and we'll click build. So now it's going to mock up that entire thing for us. It should take a little bit, and you're going to see this. This is going to be a really clean mockup to start. So we'll get right into this here. We'll see how this ends up turning out. It's going to take a little bit. For now though, I'm going to get more optimized on what I want the actual website to be. And what the logo is going to look like for this business. So I could take my time here going to ChatGPT. What I like to do, and I'll just go into ChatGPT online, I just like to use GPTs. So if anybody has a GPT, you can pretty much use GPTs in any way. So we'll go into Explore here. We'll find some GPTs. So we'll look up a logo generator. So we should be able to find a solid logo creator GPT here. So AI logo generator. Let's get this put together. Cool. Start chat. All right, so now we're in here. Let's have it create me a logo for a lawn care outdoor service company that is simple and icon centric. Don't make the design complex. I want it to sit on my website cleanly and be easily rendered. Right? Make it modern and green / dark green accents. Right? Simple. This is my company name. And then we're going to add our company name. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's Greenline. It's Greenline Outdoor Services. We'll just put the one lane into it, and we'll see what it can do here. And then we'll go back to Google AI Studio. Look at this. We already got a really good dialed in site here. So we have everything we want, not your average lawn guys, streamlined service, and you have the request a quote section here. We're not going to be using the form that already built into this, but look, you already have a privacy policy, a terms of service. Now here's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to use any of these pages yet. So it's simple right now. It's kind of using it as a one-page landing page. So the services, we could have a button to include more services. Obviously, like I said, we want to make this so it's SEO friendly, so it's SEO optimized. So this is definitely something we're going to want to implement. So I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to just pull up my ChatGPT again. I'm going to say, great, this looks awesome. Great, this looks awesome. So what I want you to do now is I want you to add it when I do click on view services. I'm able to go into pages for each of those. So for mowing, for fall cleanups and spring cleanups, for mulch installs, for fertilization and weed control, for snow removal, and for hedge trimming and shrubs, I want to be able to click on those specific cards and open up a page about that service. So I want you to create about pages and service pages for each of these individual services that we have. And I want you to have just simple copy in there that's just really easy and easy to understand about that service, that's really well designed and matching the green aesthetic of this entire site. See how it has the it has the background. It's so good. I mean, Gemini 3 is a crazy addition. So we're going to add that in, and then we're going to go into ChatGPT. This looks pretty good. So this is a simple little logo. We'll just download this for now. Green line logo. We'll get that downloaded. We're going to probably, looks like it's already transparent. So we'll be able to go here. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Your logo, we'll show you how to do this later, but you're going to want to upload it into post images eventually. But this is enough right now to make this site good. Okay, so obviously, like, you can view it here on mobile, I believe. So we can optimize. Okay, what does this look like on mobile? Looks solid. Probably want to optimize the spacing. It's a little, it's a little weird. I like how this is sticky to the bottom. That's cool, right? So like they can always click get my quote at any time. And then it shows you the process. Then it has the get quote button. It doesn't fully render, so we got to make sure we optimize that. And then we have some links on the bottom here. So that's super easy. Cool. So while you're doing that, you're going to see the save to GitHub section in the top right corner. You're going to want to click this after obviously the Gemini does its thing for this. So save to GitHub, you just need to go to github.com. You can already have an account, but you'll just have to create an account. Super simple. It looks confusing as heck, but you don't really have to dial it in too much. You're just going to log in, and you don't have to do anything from there. It'll create a repository for you once you get in here. So you're just going to want to create an account. So if you have that free time waiting for Google AI Studio to generate, just go into that now and create a GitHub account. Okay. And then once that GitHub account is created, you're going to have an opportunity here on the right side to click Save to GitHub. When you click that button, it's going to be able to pull up a GitHub connection. So you're just going to have to connect your GitHub account that you just created, and then you can create a repository. It'll be super simple. I'll show you here shortly once this is done rendering. All right, so it's rendered. I like to view it on mobile, but we'll just go into desktop because it's already optimized for that. So it changed the background. This does not matter. When you get into Claude code, we'll be able to put it in so it's correct. So we have our get quotes. We have our view services. It scrolls right down to what we do. You can click precision mowing, learn more. Obviously, this is rendered incorrectly, so we can dial that in. And it says why choose professional precision mowing. Cool. Didn't need it to be that crazy. We just needed it to have those pages created, which is good. So we're testing that out now, making sure every service we click, it brings us to a specific page for that service, which is huge. This is a perfect, amazing, great, cool. And this is great for SEO, by the way. So we have that dialed in. It has our services, not your average lawn guys, great, proudly serving, get quote, and then we still have the sections down here. Obviously, if you try to click anything else, it won't work. So I'm going to try to get it to add our logo for now. So add in the logo attached to the header logo and the footer logo. So just make sure header is just the top of the site. That's the menu up here that you see. That's the header. Footer is down here. So this is just me telling it, hey, I want you to optimize the logo I attached for the header and the footer. Super simple here. We'll add the green line logo. Sometimes it doesn't render correctly, so we'll have to see how this actually works. What I probably should have done is just use the icon itself. We'll see if it actually works though, because you want to have it to be a horizontal logo. That way it renders correctly. But that is what we have here. I also forgot to click save. Shoot. But here we go. So save to GitHub. So you can name your repository. So just name this whatever site. I'll just call this green line demo site. Right, and then you can just describe it. This is a website for Greenline. Cool. And then you just want to keep it private. You don't need to make it public at all. You don't want anyone to see this. Just make it private. Create git repo. Okay, you're gonna click that, and then it's gonna create it. And it's not going to load the file differences here just yet because we're still in the process of rendering a current thing for the Google AI Studio to make. So we're just going to have to wait patiently for this. I don't really like to spend too much time in Google AI Studio. I like to bring it into Claude as soon as I can. If anything, like this is just kind of where you want to just get the bare bones set up for this site, and then you'll be able to get really deep into how the SEO works. This is where you start getting into research. This is where you start allowing AI to do research for you. That way you can automatically outrank your competitors. This is where it gets crazy, okay? So I'll show you how to do that eventually. This looks pretty good for a one-off site render. I could have been way more specific, gave it my brand colors, gave it a mock-up website that I wanted to copy, but I just kind of went with just a simple, for the sake of this example, just a website, just put it into place. Obviously, this copy is not going to help us for SEO at all. It's not SEO optimized. This is just some fill-in copy. That way we can get it all optimized here once we put it into Claude. So now it's going to integrate the logo. We'll see how this actually ends up turning out. It's original colors, cool. So we'll see if it actually renders correctly. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, that's totally fine. We can just go into Claude. Let's see. Yep, so it doesn't render. Cool. So it doesn't render, that's okay. Normally we have to go into Claude to get it to render. As you can see, it's changing the background for every time we make an adjustment. So, all right, we have that. This is looking good for a bare bones. You can go a lot deeper into this. I'm not a big fan of Google AI Studio. If anything, we can go into the AI sections feature here. Let's see, add an FAQ section. We're definitely gonna want that. So you can make it easy. It gives you like suggestions on the bottom left to add different features to the site. So I just added an FAQ section. This is really important for SEO, as most of you know. So we're gonna have it add that in for us now, and then pretty much just go through optimizing a couple of these different features to the site. That way everything's like bare bones built out, and then we can go into Claude and actually go into building it out and making the SEO super dialed. So I'll show you Claude real quick. I'm just gonna go into a new chat. We're going to put it into research mode real quick because we want to get it into going into figuring out what our competitors are doing, how we can outrank them, how we can dial in this entire site. This is where you want to get super strategic. Obviously, I am not super prepared for this video. I'm just going to kind of go through it in Scratch with you. So I'm just going to kind of yap about it. We'll see how it turns out here. All right, Claude, so I'm building a website for my landscaping business. It's called Greenline. I'm local in the northeastern Wisconsin area, and I want to build this website out. I already have a good mock-up version of it, but I want to build it out so that way we have a good hero section, we have a good service section, and we have everything we need to ensure that we rank positively on SEO. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to go into all of my competitors in the area that are in the landscaping industry, how they are ranking, what they are saying, what keywords are consistently popping up, and then I want you to search up who and what are people searching for at this time of year for landscaping, and how can I optimize my page's SEO, and give me just a full, deep SEO audit report for a landscaping business that can outrank all its competitors in the area. Super deep, dive as deep as you possibly can. And this just needs to be strategic SEO data that I can pull out, use to optimize my current site and improve its entire SEO framework and baseline. That way I can start outranking my competition and start gathering more organic Google search results. Simple. Just yap into ChatGPT. I like to just use chat because Claude doesn't have like a voice recorder on the website. So I just use chat, I just copy it, and then we're going to just let Claude do all of the work here for research. You can use any AI model you want. If you have ChatGPT, you can use it. I would just recommend using Claude. I use Claude for pretty much everything. So we'll go into Google AI Studio here. What did we optimize? So we added a FAQ section. Cool. And then boom, you have your FAQs. This is super dialed. Cool. And then we have, so we added that. Boom, we can improve navigation. So we can just start adding all these little suggestions that Google AI Studio is giving us, and just pretty much do whatever we want in the background. So here we go. So now it's going to ask what specific towns should I focus. So this is good. It's telling me. We'll go into this. Yeah, so for the specific towns, I'd like you to focus on just Appleton in general. And then Greenline, we offer, for Greenline, we offer lawn mowing services, we offer fall and spring cleanups, we offer mulch installation, we offer weed control and fertilization for grass, so grass services, we offer snow removal, and we also offer decorative trimming. Okay, so those are offers that we provide. And then for the competitors, I would like you to just target people that are already ranking well, that are coming up first in search results. I don't have any direct competitors' names I can give you. Most times you're going to want to be prepared having a competitor's name already. You should know who your competitors are in your area. This is where you can give out the names, and then Claude can kind of go into their sites directly. The more direction you give AI, the better SEO distinguish it's going to be able to give you. So we have that. We have Google AI Studio still giving us some juice here. So that's dialed. Cool. Will it let me save to GitHub? Here we go. So now we can save to GitHub after it implements this real quick. So it's just kind of making some simple optimizations for smooth scrolling, adding footer links, making sure everything's consistent. You can do this here on Google AI Studio. It's styled, it's easy, but this is also Claude. It's just really how much money do you have to, or how much is it going to cost you if you do it on a different tool. Cool. We can add a testimonials carousel, but first I want to save this to GitHub. So we're going to save it to GitHub. You don't have to name it anything. You can just click stage and commit changes. So this is where it's just going to send all that code over to GitHub. That way we can transfer it into Vercel and Claude code here later. So we'll click stage and commit. Cool. No changes to commit. We're good. We're saved. Perfect. And then we can just click here. Let's implement a testimonials carousel. It's important. So we'll add that in here and just kind of add new features here to the site. Obviously, this is not optimized for 2025, so we want to make sure that's perfect. Let's see how Claude is doing. It's doing its research for us. You can see how it's doing. It's making the plan. It's going to go into it, finding sources. It's deploying 4 sub-agents in parallel to cover these areas. Okay, so it's going competitor analysis, keyword research. Oh, here we go. Now it's searching. Boom. So it's got 79 people it's searching. So this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So if you are in any position where you want to outrank SEO, it's as easy as, hey, let me just have my AI prompt it, have it do a bunch of research for me, have it put together a comprehensive SEO report on what these competitors are doing, how they're ranking with keywords, and how I can outbeat them. And it's going to give us a lot of sauce. Look at 248 sources it's going into. 248, 259, unreal. So that's something to keep in mind. Cool. So we got Gemini Pro here running in the background. I don't really have any much else to give you here. Claude Code. This is what Claude Code looks like. Super simple. We would attach our repository here. I believe it should be connected. I might just have to refresh because we do have a repository active in our GitHub now. Let's see here. Yep, green line demo site. So you just collect and grab your repository and what it is. And then you're just going to go into your code. And once we're done in Google AI Studio, just be able to give you some prompts on how you want to do this. But now it's optimizing, adding some testimonial cards for us. This is really good. Now this is something that, yes, you can build a functional site out in 60 minutes, but I would definitely recommend you to get just super obsessive over this. And I mean, you don't have to sit here and do this for 4 hours straight. You can build this out in your free time. If you have an hour of free time, 2 hours of free time at night, you can easily just go into Google AI Studio or Claude Code and start messing around with the design. You don't have to know any code to do this. You literally just have to turn on a voice recorder or just literally speak into ChatGPT like I do here and just copy and paste and put it into Claude. Sometimes though, you may run into a situation where the app does break. If that does happen, which I don't know if we will run into that for the sake of this example, you're just going to right click and you're going to click inspect, and then you should have a bunch of errors in your console. This is where you'll just copy all these errors, paste it into Google AI Studio, and try to make it work. If it doesn't work, you're just going to have to scroll up and just restore it from the previous version. That's pretty much your telltale sign to go into Claude Code and get out of Google AI Studio. You've done so much to the point where Google AI Studio is starting to break. So let's see how this goes now. Boom. So we have some testimonial cards. Awesome. I'll show you how to put like an automatic slideshow on here so that way they move. So perfect. We have that. Great. How's the SEO audit coming along? 323 sources. So it's going deep. This is going deep. All right, sweet. Cool. So let's keep adding features in here. Let's improve the services description. Right. Just keep improving the site as we go. Obviously, the coloring, the design looks good. I mean, it's white. I think white sites perform really well. If you do dark, it can be scary for people. And then we have the icons. Obviously, they're not. I'd rather have pictures here than icons of like us actually showcasing the service. We can get into that eventually here. I don't think I'm going to put together a whole thing. I could. This is going to be like a 60-minute video. I'm shooting for under 60 minutes. I think we can do it. So here we go. And then this forms look good. I like keeping the left side little action here. I'll show you here how we can implement the quote form from Go High Level or whatever CRM you're using in this video. Super easy. So yeah, we got that. SEO audit still going, 5 minutes in. Okay, we had an internal error with Claude. Let's see if it can do it again here. Sometimes it glitches out because this is free, so there's a lot of people that are using this. So keep that in mind as you're doing this. So it's writing the SEO report now. Let's see. It's got all the sources. Perfect. So we're starting to get some opportunities for SEO. And obviously, if you had a real company here, you're going to want to set up a knowledge base and get things super dialed in. I have more videos on my channel about how you can dial in all of your company's knowledge, all of your company's information and services with AI. That way you can do this a lot faster. So that is something that you should definitely check into, because if you already had your company laid out and dialed in with AI before even doing this and trying to rebuild your website or build yourself a new website, this would be a lot easier. You'd have an AI that's already trained on your business, your offers, your messaging, your branding, and then you'll be generating copy a lot faster, and you'll also be able to just build this so much faster than what you would if you came in here unprepared. So that's something to definitely look into as well. I can link that here shortly or make another video another time. So just let me know if you need that. So we're just testing to see these buttons. They do work, so that's good. And I think after this generation, we're going to ship this into Claude Code. Looks good. Claude Code will be able to optimize all this for us. Cool. It keeps changing the photo. Okay. So let's see. What did it just add? I forget what it even added. Oh, more in-depth description for our services. Yep. Cool. Now, I'm going to try something here. This is going to be our last little optimization we're going to do. Cool. All right, so I want you to switch the service icons. Instead of them being icons, I want you to actually have them be images. So for the precision mowing, I want you to show an image of somebody cutting grass. For the spring and fall cleanups, I just want you to show an image of somebody picking up leaves. And then for mulch installation, I just want you to show an image of someone pitchforking mulch. And then for fertilization and weed control, I just want you to showcase weeds dying. And then I want you to showcase snow removal, so like a guy shoveling snow. And then for trimming, decorative trimming, I just want you to show a guy with a shrub trimmer, just trimming bushes, smiling. Okay. So if you can generate that, remove the icons, and then have them just be images instead for better SEO dependability and better identification of what the service really is. Now this is a pretty difficult thing. I wanted to generate 6 different images, or at least find 6 different images online to add into this, the service cards here. We'll see if it's able to do this. This is going to be interesting. Oh, wow. So it optimized to have frequently asked questions on the service page, which is really cool. Common problems, request to service. It still takes you to the form. That's awesome. Oh, we got another picture here. This is pretty cool. So let's see. Did they do that for every site? Wow. So it has frequently asked questions for each individual service. That's super important as well for SEO. So it's already given us a good foundation for SEO, which is really cool. Great. So we have that. Let's check back in on the audit. It's still going. Here we go. Completed our audit. So it's going in to all of these people. Blog content is virtually non-existent across all 8 major competitors. Perfect. So nobody's posting on blogs. This is an area we can exploit. And trust me, AI is going to make this super easy. Don't have a lot of FAQ sections. They don't have neighborhood level targeting. This is a really good way to look at it too. Pricing transparency, no cost guides. Okay. Priority keywords. It gives you all the keywords that are working that you should prioritize. So this is awesome. And then it also gives us November timing demands immediate snow removal. Cool. Yep. So it's telling us what services, what we should optimize for right now, what structure we should have. Cool. For each individual service. It gives us such a deep outline here. So this is perfect. All right, let's see how Google AI Studio is doing. We're going to send this right into Claude. Claude's going to be able to do all this in Claude Code. So we have everything we need for an SEO baseline, which is sick. This is perfect. So it did all that hard work research for us in literally 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So it's telling us everything we need. Now, I will be straight up with you guys. SEO is not something that happens overnight. You're not just going to magically start ranking in 2 days. This is something that is all on Google's control. So when you submit to Google Search Console, which I can show you what that process looks like. When you submit to Google Search Console, really all you're doing is just pasting an XML sitemap, which you'll just have Claude Code write out for you. It's pretty much just a way that the AI that Google's using can scrape and crawl your websites and get all the information it needs to start pushing you towards a priority in search results. But I will say this, if your domain is already prevalent and you've had a domain that you're using for your current site that's been around for years, or it's already an established domain that's older than 6 months to a year old, you are going to be pushed a lot faster and actually have a faster SEO ramp up period. But there's a period, it normally takes 1 to 2 weeks, and you'll start seeing results. I mean, even if you're getting organic search results for your business, this isn't going to screw up with that. As long as your Google My Business profile is set up, you will still get search results and people will still find your website when they search your name up. But the SEO process for ramping up to pop up for organic keywords is going to take a little bit longer, around 1 to 2 weeks, sometimes months, depending on how optimized your domain is. So just a FYI there for you to make sure you know. What did it just optimize again? We had it optimize the images. Okay. So see, the images are screwed up. It's not able to render them. So I'll show you how we can do that here. So we're going to push this. We're going to click Save to GitHub, stage and commit all changes. I'm going to send this into Claude Code. But first, we need to connect this to Vercel. So what you're going to want to do when you get into Vercel, you'll have your project section. You're just going to want to click Add New Project. Cool. And when you add this project, you're going to want to just say Green Line Demo Site. You'll be able to click Import. You don't have to switch any of the naming here. You can just click Deploy. Super simple. The project name you can mess around with if you want, but it'll already be relevant to what you named the GitHub. So it'll deploy here, should take a couple seconds to a minute, and we will be all connected and ready to go for Claude. And the only reason I want to do this with Vercel is that way we can see our previews every time we make changes. You'll see here in a second. Cool, so we have been deployed. Awesome. So we'll go to the dashboard here quick. Here's the Green Line Demo site. Let's see if the site actually shows up. So it's not working right now, not rendering. So what we're going to want to do is head into Claude Code. Cool. And I'm going to just say to Claude Code, Claude, I want you to optimize this entire code base for the structure of a website that is optimized for SEO. And I want you to organize this so the components are dialed in, so that way you have specific pages from specific places. That way it's optimized for SEO. And just establish a good solid SEO foundation for now, which we can update and optimize here later on. Please clean this code base up and remove anything that's not relevant. And also make sure that everything is rendering correctly when I preview this in Vercel. Super simple. We just want to make sure the code is dialed in. Google AI Studio is really good at making mockups, but when you ask it to do too many things, the code gets really messy. So you're going to just come in here and you're going to just talk to Claude. It's going to connect to your project. Super simple. Once you see that cloud in the top right, you've been connected. So that's perfect. Really simple here. So we're going to just let Claude Code do its magic. Don't need to be in Google AI Studio anymore, so you can head out of here. I think I might go into our playground section just so I can generate a couple images. So I'm going to just generate some images here. This is the new best image model. So I'll just say generate a professional image of a guy on a zero turn. So zero turn mower, cutting the lawn and smiling at the camera. Cool. And then we're going to want to make sure that this ratio is 3:4. And then you can make the resolution really cool. Great. We'll just run it. We'll make a couple images for the site as we wait for Claude Code to start working here. So as you can see, Claude Code is doing its thing. It says, I'll help you optimize the code base for SEO and organize it properly. Let me start by exploring the current structure and create a comprehensive plan. So you'll be able to see here, Claude is creating a plan, right? So it'll say, analyze current SEO, reorganize components so they're properly directed and structured, make the page structure dialed for meta and SEO, clean up unused or irrelevant code. So it's going to just clean your entire code base. Now, you don't have to know anything about code. I don't know anything about code. I couldn't write code to save the life of me, but this is basically all you really need to know when you're looking at this here. So Claude Code's doing its magic, working its thing. It's crossing off to-do lists as we go, which is super cool. Sweet. So now we have different things it's doing. It's helping us write different things here, making sure that we're good. Perfect. Let's see how Google AI Studio is going. Boom. Now we could have went crazy and put the green line. So I could probably go here and say, have his logo on his shirt and hat be the one attached. Cool. So then I'll be able to just attach the logo. This is another hack. If you want to get really good photos of your brand and for your website, use Google AI Studio. This is going to cost money. This is a paid API key. If you're using ChatGPT to generate images, it's not the play anymore. It's not the way to go about this. I think if you use an API key with this, and use this model, I think they give you like $300 worth of free credits, so you're not even going to be paying for anything. Let's see if it actually optimized this and made this logo onto this guy's shirt. Most times it works really, really well because it's actually a model that can think, as you can see here. It's literally thinking to make sure that it got the image generation and the request you made correct. So we got that. Still thinking. So we're going to look at Claude code. How's Claude doing? Oh, it's going crazy. It's giving us our sitemap here. It's doing all of our SEO stuff. You literally don't have to know anything about SEO. You just tell AI to do it for you and it's going to work. Cool. Did we break it? Oh, so it didn't work the best here. I think we might have broke it. It says it's not thinking anymore. Hold up. So it made the guy. Okay, now I'll just say, make the logo say in green instead of what it currently is. Perfect. And then we'll send that off. Sometimes you just have to settle for it. Like, I mean, nobody's going to zoom in on this and see that, oh, you know, this guy's wearing a John Deere shirt, you know. No one's going to see that, right? So, looks really good. We'll see if it can get it right this time, or at least give us something that's decent enough. I don't have to make it perfect, but I just want to kind of show you how you can do this yourself. All right, Claude code, still going. So it's cleaning up our code now, and we finally have everything done. And then we'll be able to go in this to make sure that it's rendering in Vercel. So we'll see that. Here we go. So it's just so small to where it's not working. So we'll just download this. This is our guy on lawnmower. Cool. And now we can just do the same thing because I know we needed a couple images here. So we want to do guy on lawnmower, and then we can do landscaping team in front of their shop that is called Greenline with the shop logo on the sign that is attached. The team is diverse and wearing simple green shirts and black shorts with work boots. They are smiling as if this is a company picture and it's professionally taken. Now, what you could do here if you wanted to make this easier, I'm going to make this a landscape because this is going to be going as our hero image. So I'm just making a hero image real quick. Oh, wow, it worked. He just the mower says green line. So we got the green line naming in there. So that's cool. Perfect. Look at that. Green line mowing service picture. Boom. So we'll just save that in there here. Perfect. Let's look at Claude code. So now it's going to commit this and push it. So perfect. It's still doing its job here in the background. Awesome. This is where you can just start getting pictures that you want to use for your website if you already have some internally. This is a great way to do that. Let's see how this is going to create here. This is going to be an interesting test for this AI here. We're going to see if it can create an entire image of a crew called Greenline Landscaping and make sure that it looks natural and it has, oh, I didn't add the logo, so it's not going to be able to render that. Here we go. Oh, crap. We don't want it to be 9 by 16. We want it to be 16 by 9. Oops. So let me just redo this here. And then let me just add the Greenline logo to make sure this is correct here. So let's go Greenline logo. Cool. And then we'll render this here. That way it actually works. But this looks good. I mean, this looks really good. In front of a shop, you got all the mowers, you got everything you need. You got the Greenline logo on their shirts. This is cool, man. I like it. So we're just optimizing it here to make it 9 by 16 or 16 by 9. That way it's going to fit our website. All right, Claude code. So Claude code's finished. It's just going to tell you what it just did. You can read through it if you want, but it's not relevant. Now you're going to go to Vercel. You're going to click on the demo site here on the top. Go to deployments. And you'll see Claude just push this. And we're going to be able to go here. And boom. Now we are on our site. So Greenline Outdoor Services, Professional Lawn Care. So now we have everything SEO optimized. Cool. Looks good. Nice. So that's looking cool. Now we got to get our logo in here. So how we're going to do that is we're going to say Claude. This is where we get into the images. So let me just see. Did we get... Nice. It went crazy on the diversity here. All right. So this is the hero image green line. Perfect. Now you can get more deep into this. I could go into prompting to literally show you how to create realistic images of your employees, of your crew. It got our logo perfect. Look at that. Come on. That looks amazing. So boom, we got that. Now we're going to go to post images. So this is what you're going to have to use to get your website's images uploaded. So you're just going to choose images here. This is where you just select the images that you used. So we'll just do the hero image. We'll get that optimized first. We're going to copy the direct link to this here, as you can see on the bottom. Click copy, and you're going to go into Claude Code. I want you to optimize the following images with the links attached. Okay, and you say hero, and then we're going to do lawn care service image. Cool. And then we can optimize and add the image we just generated for the lawn care. So we'll go upload another image, choose image. We'll go guy on lawnmower. Cool. And we will click the direct link, copy it, go into Claude Code. We'll paste it. So this is just so it can just have a public entity to just grab the image from. This is the best way I found to upload images. Doesn't impact SEO anyway, and it also optimizes the way they load, so looks good. And then site-wide logo. Cool. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could probably go into Canva and make sure this is horizontal. I would just make sure you do that. So we'll make the green line logo here. We'll make this site-wide. Cool. And we'll click copy, and then we will go into Claude Code, paste it. Boom. So now it's going to optimize the images and add the images that I want to. Awesome. And now, based on the preview here, we're going to want to do the spring and fall cleanup. So for spring and fall cleanup, we are going to want to create just a simple image. So I'm going to say, we're going to go back into the 3x4, create a image of the green line crew cleaning up a dirty mulch bed full of leaves and smiling doing it. Cool. Simple. Like, you don't even have to make crazy prompts, and this stuff's going to work really well for you. I want to make this as easy as possible for you. We'll get into the SEO. This is literally the last step pretty much. What you're going to want to do in Vercel, if you have a domain, this is something I can't necessarily show you right now. I could go into a different project here. Let me show you. So I'll just go into my website and how I created it. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is my website I created with Claude Code. It's a permanent lighting. I run a permanent lighting outdoor service business. Super easy. Implemented my form in here. Have all these pages SEO optimized, right? And then I have SEO optimized here. Green Bay's #1 permanent lighting solution, now $200 off. Really good SEO hook, by the way. And then yeah, I have the service page here, and then I have all of our different individual service areas as well. That way we can start ranking for that. So that's what my site looks like, and I'll show you just the domain side of things. So you're just going to want to go to settings, domains, and then you should have a domain. The whole process is you'll just click add domain, you'll type your domain in. You want to make sure it's a production domain, because like we don't want it to be in the preview, we want it to be the produced domain. Like, this is the main domain the site is launched on. Okay, you'll add it in there, and then pretty much all you have to do is, let me go here, see if you can see. So then it's just going to have you implement some DNS settings. So you'll just have to go into your domain provider, whether it's Namecheap, GoDaddy, whatever you use to buy your domain. And then it'll just tell you exactly what DNS records you need to copy and paste. Super simple. It connects instantly. You don't have to wait an hour. It literally connects within like 3 to 4 minutes. Super easy. A little complicated if you don't know what you're doing, but trust me, it's a simple process. I don't have a domain, unfortunately, to show you how to do this as an example, but that would be the next step here. Cool. All right, so Claude finished that. Now we're going to go back to our project that we just created here. Where is it? Green line demo site. Perfect. Now we're going to go to deployments. You'll have the deployment right here. This is where we can look. We'll see how it looks. Still rendering. we're gonna just have to refresh this. It didn't finish its build. There we go. So now we got the SEO image in here for green line. Now this doesn't show up. This is a little glitchy just because I didn't upload this image as a horizontal logo. So that's a little annoying. And then we got our mower right here. Perfect. Sweet. Great. So we have our hero image. This is what we wanted. Nice. Now we have that done. We have the logo. Let's see how it looks on the bottom. So it's not rendering incorrectly. We can tell Claude, say, hey. So I'm going to tell it a lot of things to do right here. I'm going to just give it everything, okay? So Claude, I'm looking at the site right now. I want you to optimize the following things. So the logo is not rendering properly. It is blank white until I scroll down. So I want you to either just create a different image of the logo or just have it say green line, please. Just have it say green line and just completely remove that image and just have it say green line, please. That'll be optimized for what we're looking to do. And then what I want you to do, when I click on the learn more button for every service, the image that is attached on that page or on that card is attached to that page when I click into it, and it has the image over the back to services button. And I don't want that. I want to completely remove that and make sure that that's not happening because that's a bug, that's a glitch. We don't want that to happen here. And then I want to make sure the logo is rendering properly. And I want to make sure every time I'm switching a page or I'm clicking a button, it's going to automatically scroll to the top of that page I selected. And then I want to make sure that we have a, what else? And then I want you to completely remove the form. Keep the green thing on the side, but remove the form that we have in there now and just leave a section for me to embed a form, which I will do later here. And that's it. So make those changes for right now. Make sure everything looks good logo-wise, and then just make the logo just the word green line. And just make it simple. That way it renders and it looks good. Boom. Super simple. Just tell it what you need, right? Like common sense should tell you what you need to do and how you need to optimize this. And then you'll literally just paste that in here, tell it everything. It'll go through, do the entire thing for you. Super simple. Boom. So we got the whole green line crew. This guy's got the backpack blower. He's taking care of business. I should have just said one person here. That way it's not crazy. Because you're not having 4 people clean one bed. So let's say make it one person instead of the whole crew. Cool. And make the bed they are cleaning. Oops. And make the bed they are cleaning out by the house. Now, I'm doing this because I don't have any graphics or images for my business and just for this demo business, for example. But like you should realistically have this. You shouldn't have to do this for yourself. If you want to upscale them, you can attach your image here and then just have AI like change anything or maybe add different things so that way it looks more professional. You can definitely do that. There's really no circumstance where you're going to need to pay for a professional photographer. So this is super easy. So we're going to have this think through this. Yep, that looks a lot better. It's a little interestingly rendered, but we're going to just take it with a grain of salt here. I'm not giving it much description. I just want to have some pictures in here. That way it looks decent. Cool. Great, so green line's looking good. We're having to make these adjustments. We have the spring fall cleanup. This is the image we want to add, so we'll just go here, upload image, choose an image, just pick the image we just generated of bro. Oops, it's the wrong image. Let's just upload. Cool. So we'll make this image and we'll just prep Claude for a whole nother prompt and just say, hey, add this image to the spring and fall cleanup card. Boom. And we can just make another image, which would be mulch install. Image of a pile of brown mulch in a driveway. Simple. Like you don't have to go crazy with this. I just want to make this as visual as possible. One of the things AI said in here is make sure that everything looks good, right? Make sure everything looks super optimized, right? Like we want to make sure that everything's coming up, right? It even tells you Google My Business primaries and what to use to pop up. So we're going to use this here shortly. This is going to be primarily for each of our pages, each of our services. I'm going to have Claude just kind of write it out. If it's not true, whatever, I'm just going to have Claude write it out. Boom. Mulch in a driveway. That actually looks realistic. I was doing mulch all summer. That looks good. Cool. So we have that. And now we want to do fertilization. A picture of dying weeds in a fresh mulch bed. Cool. So we're just basically right now creating the images and the assets we're going to be using. People love imagery. If your website just has a bunch of plain text on it, nobody's going to mess with that, right? So we want to make sure that everything looks super good. There's a lot of visuals on here for people to see. Obviously, you want to make them as least resembled to AI as possible. Obviously, this has nothing to do with AI. This looks so realistic. Like, this is a real pile of mulch. That car is a Chevy. Like, come on. You kidding me? It's a Chevy. The house looks realistic. The bushes look realistic. It looks like a Northwestern home. So that's super cool. Nice. So Claude just finished that. Make this the image for the mulch card. And you just want to be specific. Just tell it what it is you're trying to do. We'll go into Vercel here. We'll make sure that it actually optimizes this. So you're going to see the recent preview and the recent deployment it made. Click the domain. And we're going to see, boom. So we just have the word green line. That's fine for now. And then it turns green. Look at that. It turns green when we scroll. Cool. And then we can click the get free quote button. It's going to have the embed form here. Nice. So we'll be able to embed our form. It's still going to keep that same area on the side. Cool. And then we have our green line logo here. And then let's see if it fixed the issue with this. It did. Amazing. Look at that. And this follows you down. Look at that. Cool. And then if I request this service, it's going to take me down to the form. Amazing. And then I want to make sure, hey, if I'm clicking the About Us, it's going to send me right to that page. If I'm clicking the lawn mowing, it's going to send me to the top. Perfect. So now it's operating effectively. It's working like a site, right? And then we have our reviews here. Cool. So that's starting to work. Now we just have to start adding in these images. Here we go. We got some dead weeds. These weeds look real. You got the dandelions. Look at that. Cool. So now we're going to download this. Just get these images in here. That way it has that real look. Cool. And then obviously you can get even crazier here on the SEO side. I like the way these service pages look. Like, we would definitely want to have more images on this page, more like kind of gallery type of stuff for each of these services. The more you have, the better, obviously. And then after this, we're going to send in we're going to send in for the SEO optimization. So that way Claude can start doing that. Let's upload this image we just downloaded here of the weeds. Perfect. There's the weeds. We'll copy this, and this will be for our, what section was that here? Fertilization and weed control. Cool. So we'll make that for our, replace the weed control card image with this. Boom. Cool. And then we just need to have a snow removal and shrub and hedge trimming here. So now we want to go into the make me a image of a guy in a blizzard shoveling a driveway. Cool. That's all we need, right? So we'll make that, and then this is looking good so far. You can see if you hover up here, you'll be able to see what the SEO title is for it right now. If I had a domain, I'd be able to look up this entire site, but I will let you know, if you are using a domain, this will not publish unless you are in that specific deployment. So once you're done with this, you don't want to deploy this until you're fully done with this. And like, your website's not going to be down if you currently have one already. It's going to be super simple. You're really just going to have to, as you attach the domain, you don't even have to have a domain when you set this part up. Like, you can build out this entire site, get it to look perfect, exactly how you want it. Then you can go into connecting your domain, which I showed you in settings. And then as you're connecting your domain, it's going to force you to disconnect it from whatever current site it's on. Whatever platform you're using, GoDaddy, whatever you're using, this is going to be the best play. Okay, this is going to be the best way to go. And then I'll show you how to add analytics to this site so that way you can use it. It's free. So with your plan that you already have, 50,000 events a month, this is a lot for most service businesses. But you can get $20 a month and you can get everything you need. I would recommend doing this. You pay the money. This is all you're literally paying to have a premium website hosted, and you'll be able to have a bird's eye view of everything. What's cool in here is you'll be able to look at your analytics. You'll see how many people are viewing it, what's the bounce rate, is it holding people, right? What are they viewing? And then you'll be able to see your speed insights as well. It's free, it's included. This shows you, okay, so I would have to upgrade. I'm not even upgraded right now, but speed insights, super simple. You just have code that you'd have to connect. You'll literally just tell Claude, hey, I want you to add this code in here so I can analyze my speed with Vercel. Same thing with analytics. You'll just have to, we'll just enable it quick. So literally just install this package. So just copy that and copy this and then tell Claude, hey, install this so that way I can start looking at analytics for my site. Super easy. Let's see here. Why is this guy wearing a mask? Hold up. What the frick? All right, we'll keep it for now. I don't know why this guy's wearing a freaking mask. That's dumb. All right. Cool. All right, so let's upload this one here. I'm just trying to get these images banged out. I'm sorry for the boredom here on this side of things. I'm not taking my time and generating these. I could really get crazy with the prompting and stuff. You could really, if you are going to be using this, just use ChatGPT for the snow removal card. Use this image, right? Just use ChatGPT. You can literally just look up a GPT just for like helping you optimize image prompts. Super easy. It's free. You don't even need to be paying for ChatGPT to use it. Okay, and then last one. What's our last service here that we offer? Shrub and hedge trimming. Okay, so now it's just a green line professional with safety glasses, right? And his uniform. And his uniform on trimming boxwoods on a fence line on the edge of a house. Looking focused and not at the camera, right? We don't want this guy to be sitting there smiling with his hedge trimmer. So we're gonna make sure that this is a little more optimized for this last image here. Once we have that, we have all of our images, and then I want to add one here. I'm just going to look up Green Bay Packers Stadium. So I'm from Green Bay. I just want to include this. People go crazy over the Packers here. I'm going to just make this the image we add in. I'm going to make this the image we have in, what section was that? This section here. We could have a picture of the company and like the employees, but I'm just going to do it for this section. Should be pretty easy. So we're going to upload this image as well, upload it, copy it, and I'll just say, hey, you can do this in one sweep with Claude. It's super cool. For the, refer to this for the why choose green line section, why choose green line section, please use this image instead of the current one. Boom. And then we'll just use that, and then we'll go here. These are some short boxwoods, but hey, looks good. It's got the trimmer, looks good. Nice. Like it. Cool. So we'll add that in here. One more image to upload. This is where it gets critiquey. Boom, upload it. Money. Done. Cool. And we're just going to copy that link, and we're going to say the same thing here to Claude. Please replace the image on the shrub trimming card with this one. And I'm going to say also, ensure all these images have SEO descriptions so they are SEO optimized. Cool. Boom. So now we're going to do that, and now it's going to be able to do all this. Green for post images, nothing's going to delete, so you can exit all these tabs out, get rid of them. Super easy. All right, so what step are we on here? We're on Claude Code. We just have to do the SEO optimization now. We could use a blog for this and put a blog into place as well. But for now, we'll just get the SEO optimized and have like a start of a blog. And then pretty much all you have to do is just go into Claude Code and optimize this, and just go into your Vercel and click on the site, go to your deployments, see the most recent one, preview it to make sure it's rendering correctly, and then just deploy it by clicking the three dots, promote it to production, and then you have a fresh update to your site. We're hitting the hour-long mark here on this video, so I want to start speeding it up here for you guys here. But this is super simple. I mean, I got a really well built out site. If you try to do this in any other website builder like Go High Level or anything that's not AI centric, you're gonna have a tough time. I mean, there's really no point in using any of these website tools now that don't have just a chat interface that you can just communicate with and have it build a site for you. And obviously this is all built from code from the ground up, so it's gonna have a way better ranking ability on SEO because it's code. And that also means it's gonna take longer for Google to crawl it. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So let's see, Claude, it's already done. So it's gonna commit and push. So we're gonna get out of Google AI Studio for now. We're gonna delete out of our previews and we're gonna just kind of clean this up a little bit. We're gonna get our SEO structure ready. Cool. We can literally just copy this. Once Claude's done with this, all right, cool. So we'll say, all right, Claude, please optimize the current site based on the SEO plan below, specifically for the site. Optimize the service pages, every single one of them, keeping the same outline. Also ensure every page is ranked and has its own SEO title. Please start a blog and write one post that is perfect for SEO, and write one post for each service. And then what I'm going to do is on each service page, I want the corresponding most recent blog post to be referenced at the bottom in like a slideshow card format, and they can click it and expand into that specific blog post. Boom. And now we send everything. This is a big input. We're giving it all. We're giving it everything. It's going to go crazy. This is going to take a fat minute. So we're getting it in. Let's make sure that that deployment it just made works and looks good. So we'll go here. Cool. So we have our logo. We have all of our images rendering. Yep. Nice. So that looks good. We have all of our images rendering in here. Cool. So these are going to look bigger on social media. On your mobile phone. So you can also adjust the size of these if you want. You can make them bigger so that it kind of fits the entire card. I would probably recommend doing that. Or you could just remove the images and just have them be featured on the service page. Boom. And then we have the Green Bay Packers picture. Quality's a little bad. It's because I downloaded it from the internet. You could literally just put this into AI and it would be able to generate a good one for you. Boom. And then, yeah, we have that. Commonly asked questions. Cool. So I'm going to get into the Go High Level form now. I'll kind of show you. I'm going to go into my Go High Level account. If you're not using Go High Level for your business, I would definitely recommend it. This is literally the best CRM tool for any sort of business, especially service businesses. If you want to automate and start delegating your processes so you don't have to be hands-on in the trenches responding to leads every single second of the day, Go High Level. That's my answer. So I'm already just going to use a pre-built form I have. You can build a form in here, super easy. I'm just going to make it a website basic form. I'm going to click into it. This is what it looks like, right? So we have our services. We can optimize this so it actually says our services. So spring mulch, we can do weed removal, right? We can do snow removal. That's still one of our services. We can do, what was our other service here? Grass cutting. Cool. So we'll just leave those for now. Click save, and then we will click integrate on the top right. You're going to want to have it just be an inline embed code. Always keep it on. Click copy embed code, and then you're literally just going to go into Claude. And, oh no. So I just got limited with my session, so I'm not going to be able to generate the rest of this. That's the downside to Claude Code. So, oh, that sucks. So we aren't going to be able to generate the entire blog post, which sucks. But it had the whole SEO plan ready. So we just got limited with Claude. That is very, very, very unfortunate. But you would basically just go in here and click, hey, I want to embed this form into the embed section. And it would be able to embed the form for you. And then from there, you would just want to make sure on mobile phone that it looks optimized, and you can just deploy. So the only thing that is going to cost you money with this build process is Claude Code, but everything else is free, and Vercel is even free. So all you have to really do is just pay for Claude up front. I think it's $20 a month. It should be plenty for you to actually be able to use all these credits and get all this data built up for your site. And then the next step would just be going to Google Search Console and submitting for SEO. Super simple. What you want to do here is, let me see, Google Search Console. So this is my site. You would literally just go in, add a property, type in your domain, and it would be able to generate. If you already have one, totally cool. And then you're just going to want to type in your sitemap. You can ask Claude for this, be like, hey, what's my sitemap, so I can submit for crawling, and like so Google can start crawling my site. It'll give it to you. It'll do everything you need. And yeah, from there, you have a fully built out website. Everything's built. So super easy. This is the exact process, start to finish, on how you can build an SEO optimized website with AI for really, really low cost. It's super simple. Doesn't take that long. I mean, if you want to play around with it, realistically, this could take you 3 hours. But that's nothing compared to paying $2,000 to $3,000 for one of these websites to be fully built out by an agency. And nonetheless, this agency is going to be charging you a crazy monthly fee, at least $500 a month, just to maintain the SEO. So if you're a service business owner and you just saw this video and you're like, holy crap, this is cool, but I don't want to spend the time doing this myself, I'm Ethan. The first link in the description, you can click the button and it'll take you to my website. I run a consulting business called H2H Consulting. I also run a service business full-time called Halverson Bros, and I'm actually working on scaling it to 6 figures a month with permanent lighting, but I have a lot of time because I'm systemizing things within my business, so I'm able to start building my personal brand, start helping people from a consulting perspective, and show them how I'm implementing systems in my business to get more leads and more eyeballs on my business, which leads to more revenue. So tap the first link in the description if you want me to help you with that. Just book a call. I'll be able to talk you through the process and yeah, show you how much this would cost up front. And yeah, I can help you with other things too, like Go High Level setup, integration. If you're not using Go High Level, I totally recommend completely shift focus into going all in on Go High Level. And then also I'll be able to help you with a lot of other things, custom web apps and client acquisition systems for paid ads and other things of that nature. Be sure to click subscribe and like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, if it was in-depth enough. I'm sorry I couldn't go all the way in. I might have to make a part 2 of this, going into like deeper on how I could build this out and get the blogs put together. But this is part 1, and I really appreciate you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment for more, and let me know how this was. And yeah, check the first link in the description to work with me one-on-one so I can help you build out this site to outrank all of your competition, and you won't even have to pay a monthly recurring fee to do so. This is Ethan, and I appreciate you watching. Peace out.